The fact of the matter is, at different stages of our lives, we view things differently and things have different meanings for us. And so in today's video, I want to talk about how one simple digital product and a very simple decision changed everything for me in such a short span of time. This video, in my opinion, is so long overdue based upon the volumes of emails that I get from people that are either 50 or over and looking for a way to start making money online. Oftentimes, they didn't make the best of financial decisions, right, as they were coming up and they're approaching retirement. And a lot of people realize they just don't have the money to retire the way that they want to. Now, even though this information is good for anybody, I really want to share my perspective and my story around how at the age of 49, I made a really important decision. I made a pivot in my own business and even my life, and how that has transpired into something that's been able to transform my financial situation. And I want to use this as a way to inspire and empower anyone else that might be out there feeling like you want to really give this a go. You want to learn how to start making money online. You hear people talking about things like digital marketing and digital products and being able to make money from simple websites or simple platforms like Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and Pinterest. And you're wanting to know, can you learn this and can you get your share? And I'm here to tell you absolutely. And so in today's video, I'm going to break things down in two different ways to show up in a way to help you. Number one, I'm going to talk about the factors that went into the transformation that I was able to bring about leveraging one simple digital product. I'm going to walk through all of the factors that played a role, and then I'm going to talk about what I have set up for you so that you can learn how to make this real for yourself, and so that you have real instructions, real guidance, and even real mentorship to help you on this journey. And that is definitely something that I keep hearing from people that are like in their 60s and even in their 70s. They want mentorship. They don't just want the information. They don't want to just rely upon a bunch of free YouTube videos. And in all honesty, they don't want to rely upon just a course, but they're looking for mentorship. And so at the end of this video, I'm going to let you know exactly what I've set up to help you be able to model what I've done in my business over this past year, and also offer my mentorship to make sure that you are fully supported while you are on this journey. So grab your notebook and grab your pen. I'm so excited to share today's video with you. And I know for a fact, if you're here for it, that you are going to leave better. So I'm having to take a deep breath because as I reflect on just a year ago, there literally is so much that I can share with you. But as I was drafting out my notes for this video, I felt like the biggest thing that I could share was one conversation that I felt like I was courageous enough to have with my husband, and his response changed everything in terms of what I was doing then, and then the decisions and the choices and the actions that I would make moving forward. And essentially, I was 49 years old. I was in a funk. He asked me what was wrong. I told him what was wrong. And he basically said, there's two ways that you can look at it. Number one, you can look at it as it's just where you should be in life right now. Or number two, you could chalk it up to your actions and your choices, right? Your choices and your actions. And I remember I didn't have to give it much thought at all. I was like, well, I'm not going to sit here and say this is just where I'm supposed to be in life right now. I'm going to change, right, the way that I approach things, and I'm going to put different actions in place, right, to get what it is that I wanted. Basically, what I was telling myself and even him was that I was going to take 100% responsibility for not liking where I was in life and in my business at that time, and that I was going to do something about it. And so that was right at the beginning of the pivot that I was making in my business. And I also have to say my life, because typically the way we do one thing is the same way we do most things. And what I realized was having kind of a shaky business, right? I made good money, but it was up and down. It was shaky. I was chasing clients, right? I was in that constant strive of trying to make things happen. And in a lot of instances, I wasn't much different than someone that was working a job and constantly had to work overtime and work harder, or constantly trying to figure things out. And I was tired of that. And so essentially that led me to making the decision with this one digital product. And I'm telling you, I could go so much deeper on this conversation, but the fact of the matter is, at that time, right, like my bank account, as I think about it and compare it to what it is right now, let's just say, like, I just didn't even know it was possible to go from where we were last year at this time to where we are right now financially. And this is why, like, I know I have to leverage, like, this space. I have to leverage like what I've been able to create on YouTube. Like I have to leverage this opportunity as a way to let more people know that it doesn't matter what things look like right now. If you are ready to take responsibility for any kind of change that you want to see, that you absolutely can do it. And so I happened to find a digital product that just made so much sense. When it came to my business at that time, I want to kind of just share this so you understand like why I knew it was the right decision and that I wasn't just out there trying to find something that I could sell that was meaningless. But I was a coach for quite a few years and I coached people on how to start up their businesses, and I supported them around taking like their knowledge, their passion, their skills and how to turn that into an online business. But one day, out of like nowhere, I remember sitting there thinking, if every single one of my clients fired me, like I would have nothing. And I started thinking about how it felt to like constantly be out there chasing new clients. And a lot of times people think it's the same thing as like chasing new business, and it's not. I vividly remember thinking to myself, right, if every single one of them fired me, I would have nothing. And on the back of coaching people, I'm not selling something, right, where my business is not dependent upon people hiring me to coach them. And at that instance, I remember feeling like I want to find something that I love selling, that I could just show up, right, all throughout the week, do videos, do lives, like do the part of the business that I loved, which is this, and, invite people to buy something that I knew could be incredibly helpful to them. And it wasn't long after I had that feeling and that thought where this particular digital product showed up in my life. And just to make a long story short, I remember diving into the digital product, and immediately I recognized that this could be something that could easily replace the way that I was helping people in the coaching capacity without me having to continue to trade my time, right, for money or money for time, and that I could help people in a grander sense, right? Like I could help way more people, right, without having to trade time for money, and then I could also help people in a way that was way more cost effective. And so I immediately decided to set up that business because it did come with a license. And I just knew that I had to get out there and start selling and sharing this business with other people, right? Because I knew that it could help more people that wanted to learn how to make money online. And then for me, right, I was like, this is exactly what I knew I could stand behind. I knew that I could talk about it every single day. I knew that I could be passionate about this. And it was very, very closely related to the message that I was already sharing when I was operating as a coach, right? This just gave me a different way to actually approach and spin my business. I think one of the most important lessons that I learned and that I love sharing with other people, and you might have gathered it from, the conversation I said I had with my husband and the realization I knew that I had to make in terms of 100% responsibility, is that the big mistake that so many people make when they want to venture on a journey like this is that they simply sit back and wish for it, right? They wish for more money. They wish they could find a way. They wish. And the one thing that I can tell you, you can't just simply wish for it. You have to decide to work for it. So like even in my instance, like I was really hopeful that there was something better, right, that I could actually do to change my financial situation. And instead of just hoping that things could get better and wishing that things could get better, when that opportunity did present itself to me, right, I didn't keep wishing, but I decided to get to work and to make something happen for myself. And just listen to how fast things happen just in 2024 alone. So I definitely went into 2024 with a plan, right? So I spent quite a few months like getting my business started, beginning to make money, beginning to get some traction. But then going into 2024, like I just had a renewed and like a refreshed view on what I must do. And so in the sake of earning, all right, in January, I earned just over $6,000 for that month. In February, I earned just over $10,000 for the month of February. And then in March was my 50th birthday, right? I earned just shy of $15,000 for that month. And essentially I took an entire week off, and I share that, right? I could share like every month this year thus far, but I share that because to me, it's just crazy to know like where I was just months prior, the conversation I had with my husband, knowing that I had to make some decisions and some choices and take some actions, and to realize that just because I decided to be responsible and to move from a place of wishing for it to actually working for it, that I was able to make something happen so doggone quickly, literally with one digital product. And so what I'm going to do for the rest of this video is break down like all of the factors that I had to consider that played such a big role in that kind of financial transformation, because it's not just a digital product all by itself. And it certainly is not me just simply wanting things to be better, but there were definite factors. So definitely take out your notebook and your pen, make notes on these things. And then at the end, I'll let you know how, right, I have created something so that you can model what I've done and how I've put myself in a position to be able to mentor you through this entire process. I'm so stinking excited. Thanks for hanging in there with me as I kind of shared the backstory. I just think that the backstory like makes a difference if you are 50 years or over, right? And you're contemplating, wanting to do something different. There's not enough money to retire, right? Or you could be at any age realizing that you need, right, some kind of change. I just want you to know that it's not just in the information, but it was also in like my willingness and my desire to want something different, and then to put a definite plan in place to make it so. And that I truly believe hand on heart that if that is where you are at right now, that starting today, you can make that same decision and you can decide to work for exactly what it is that you want. And I think you'll be very, very surprised what you can actually pull off and make happen for yourself if you simply fully commit. And that's what I'm hoping to help you do in this video. So after I purchased this digital product, it's the exact same digital product I've been selling, for more than a year now. The very first thing that I did is I had to recognize who I wanted to help. There's a lot of people I could have chosen to help with this digital product, but I decided upon a niche of people or a target market of people within a niche that I knew really needed this information. And I decided to focus on people that were brand new to making money online and maybe didn't have really great examples or great opportunities to help them in getting started in the way that I knew, right, could be beneficial to them. I knew there's a lot of vehicles out there. There's a lot of ways of making money. There's a lot of, income opportunities, but oftentimes people will invest into those things, but then not have the information needed to help them step by step get set up and really go into this in the most successful of ways. So I decided that I wanted to serve people that were interested in learning how to make money online and that were either newer to this space or that had been on the struggle bus, right, and have difficulty really figuring this out. So as you are starting your business, please keep in mind, it's not just about something that's going to help you make money. You've got to decide that your business is here to solve a problem for people, right? What niche do you want to operate in? And my biggest recommendation is to choose a niche that has a high amount of buyers, meaning people that are accustomed to making a buying decision. All right. And so that is step number one. All right. And I would honestly say this is step number two, because step number one is you have to decide that you're going to put yourself in a space and in position to actually learn, right, the business of online business and how to position yourself to start making money. And by me investing into this very course, it was a big eye opener that not only I needed this information, but that I knew why so many people were out there struggling and failing, right? They didn't have this information. And so I was sold on the idea that more people needed this, all right? So you couple this amazing digital product with a niche of people that I knew needed the instruction, and then my willingness and my desire to want to help them in this way. And I felt like I just had like the perfect match. The next thing that you want to focus on, right, is what are you going to sell them? So in my instance, right, I already knew what I was going to sell them, and that meant I was going to activate the license that came with this digital product. So not only did I have the opportunity to learn from this digital product, but I had the opportunity to turn right back around and to allow this digital product to be a resource to other people. Now, you might have your mind and your heart set on something else that you want to help people with in a way that you want to help them. Maybe you do want to take an existing knowledge, an existing passion, or an existing skill, and you want to create your own digital product or your own offer, right, to help people. That's fantastic. But you have to make sure sure that you get solid on what it is that you're selling. I have to emphasize that word selling because, again, so many people struggle online because they want to make money, but they really believe they can make money without selling. The fact of the matter is, every single dollar that's transacted in our business, it's coming because someone is making a buying decision someplace in their journey. They're deciding to buy from someone, right? And you get to decide how you want to participate right in that transaction. Do you want to be more in the ownership role, or when someone buys, they're buying directly from you, right? And so you're able to earn a lot more of whatever that transaction is, right? Do you want to be at the tail end of it, right? Where there's a big middleman in between and someone purchases from the middleman and then you get a small cut somewhere down below, right? Do you want to wait months and months and months to get paid, or weeks and weeks and weeks to get paid, right? I've been online for a long time and I'm telling you, there is no right or wrong. You can make money, right, in a variety of different ways with a lot of different dynamics, right? But I want you to understand that your role in your business is you, in fact, do have to sell something, right? That's why, again, these factors played such a role in my overall transformation, is because finally, like, I really understood that I had to take ownership in every single one of these things. Where I felt like I had a failing business that no longer excited me, I realized it's because I wasn't thinking about these factors. I didn't realize that I could create a business by design. And so it's kind of like I just showed up for who I thought I had to show up for. And I kind of did what was like right in front of me. I never really sat down and created a business by design. And I'll even share like this quick story with you. I remember hearing this story again early on in my pivot last year about this woman that was making about $20,000 a month. And all she was doing was going live and making money through the thing that she was selling. And when I heard that, like, I instantly remember telling myself, that's what I want. I want a business where I can create content, again, do the part of the business that I love and be able to make money selling something, right, that I love and that I'm passionate about. And so that was an instance of someone else's story and someone else's outcome and results that inspired me to decide to create a business by design. And that's exactly what I've been able to do, is to build a business where I love the people that I get to serve. I love the product I get to sell, and I'm able to do business in a way that I love, right? Doing videos and being able to make sales directly from my video content. All right. So it's so important that you pick a digital product, or you pick a product, right, that you are genuinely going to love selling, right? Because you are the main factor in the equation, meaning like you're gonna have to learn how to use the digital space, right, to get out there and to connect with potential buyers. The next factor was I decided to set up automations in my business like I've never done before. I really took the time to set up an automated business that could generate leads, make sales, and basically do everything that I needed it to do, right, long after I created like the YouTube video in this example. I've leveraged automation a lot over the years, but there was this certain amount of peace. In March, my 50th birthday, my husband took off the week, I took off the week, right? I did very, very minimal, and to be able to earn, right, again, close to $15,000, right, even by taking off a week, so many of those sales, they just came in. They came in while I was out celebrating. They came in while I was out having coffee with my husband. They came out while we were, hanging out and having dinner with coworkers and friends. Like, the sales just came in. And that was a really big month, kind of like reflecting on the whole idea that you don't have to be in front of your computer. You don't have to be answering emails. You don't have to be in your DM. You don't have to take phone calls, that you can have a business literally that is making you money 24/7, 365. And so oftentimes people do talk about automation. And I think a lot of times, we know for people that have never been online, they've never had a business, automation and tech really does scare them. And that is one thing I will tell you that I love about this digital product that I sell, is it's a complete training program. And so if you do feel like you struggle with the tech and automation and a lot of these things that allow our business to run for us, right? You learn exactly how to tackle the tech. You learn exactly how to handle the automation. You learn exactly how to get it set up step by step, so it never has to be, right, a nemesis for your business again. And so by taking the time to really set up automation inside of my business, it did a couple of things. Like, yes, it's allowed me to make a lot more money with a lot less effort, but it's also allowed me to understand and know exactly what's going on inside of my business. So by leveraging these automated tools, right? I know exactly like how many leads it takes in order to generate a sale. And just that factor alone, right, like was huge for my business because it allowed me to stop worrying about making sales. Even though I was making sales, I no longer had to worry about making sales. And instead, I worried more about the activities, right, that actually generated the leads. And so believe it or not, like our businesses do not need to be a mystery, right? I'm sharing this and I'm sharing like all of these factors because I know that oftentimes online, people will get you really, really excited about like the opportunity to make money, right? And I want you to understand that no matter where you are right now, that there are factors that you're going to have to learn, or no matter what you decide to invest your time, energy, and money into, you will likely struggle. You will likely not understand like what you're supposed to do to have success. And by going through these factors and implementing these factors in my own business, like I began to realize that there are just things that we cannot control. And so I stopped focusing on those things so much. And I started focusing way more on the things that I could control. And that's ultimately how I was able to change my financial situation so quickly, is that I got really, really dependent right upon the systems that were running my business and not sitting here like wondering where the sales were coming from. And unfortunately, in a lot of the money-making deals that are out there, they paint more of a picture around how much money you can make and how easy it is. And they don't teach you, right, like this part of the business. And I just believe if more people like knew how to operate their business like a business right from the get-go and how to focus on the right factors, that so many more people not only would be set up to see this through for the long term, but they'd be willing to really work for their success, like knowing that all of these things play a role and that even the most successful of people out there, right, these are the factors that they focus on every single day in their business, and that these are the factors that do in fact drive their business. To me, it's so reassuring to look back and to say, like in 2024, when I kicked off this year, that all of these things were factors that I knew to pay attention to, that I knew to look for, that I knew to make plans for, and that my success is not just happenstance. And so as I get to mentor and help other people, right, like I'm able to help them be able to implement these factors in their business as well, so that their business and their success doesn't have to be by happenstance either, right, or by luck or by chance, but they know exactly what to focus on, right, to bring about the success that they desire. Once you have that amazing product that you know people are going to want to buy from you and you have your automation set up, the next thing that you have to focus on is one simple platform where people will come to discover you. So hand on heart, every single one of my leads, every single one of my sales came because someone discovered me on YouTube first. So I picked one platform that I knew, right, like my ideal buyers, like my perfect buyers were hanging out on. Are they on every platform out there? Absolutely. But the reason I chose YouTube is because YouTube is a place where people come to get questions answered. It's where they come to discover and find information, right? And so I wanted to position myself in front of people that were like ready for the answers. They were looking for answers. They were looking for solutions, and that I could create the content, right, that would meet them where they were on their journey. And I've been using YouTube for many, many years. So I've been able to benefit a lot over the years from YouTube. So I already knew YouTube's magic. Fact of the matter is, you can choose any platform. Our buyers are on any platform. The important part of this is choosing the platform and then making your mind up that you are going to show up on that platform and create content on that platform to be a resource to the people in the niche that you want to help, right? Because you know that they'll be interested in buying your product if they simply knew about it, right? And so please write this down. Yes, we are selling, but what if I told you your business, like when you go about running your business on a daily basis, it doesn't have to be about how do I make the sale? But instead, if you can think about how can I be a resource to the people I would love to serve? How can I be a resource to the people, right, that I know are perfect candidates for the product, right, or the offer that I want to sell? How can I be a resource? And that's exactly how, like, even the inspiration behind today's video was I thought about the emails that I get, right, from people that are like, Steph, I'm in my 60s. Steph, I'm approaching retirement. Like, Steph, I can identify with, you being 50 and feeling those ways. Like, I knew, right, that no matter how it came out, that I needed to share not only my journey, the factors that went into being able to make this kind of transformation, right, and to also let them know how I can help them. And so in everything that I do, I don't focus on, oh my gosh, I hope I make a lot of money through this piece of content. But instead, I'm like, I really hope that this can help a minimum of one person, right, with the journey that they're on. I hope this can help, right, one person leave better than when they came, right? And I just take it one piece of content at a time, and I just make this simple commitment to keep creating content, right, on a weekly basis to connect with my future buyers that need the kind of solution that I offer. All right, so understand, like, you can choose your niche, you can be excited about changing your own life, you can know you have an amazing product, but no one's gonna know that your business exists until they discover your content one way or another. All right, think about, have you ever gone to Google and you've been looking for like a recipe, or you don't know what to cook for the night, and you're searching for something to cook, and you type in an idea that you have, and a bunch of results pop up, and you click on one result and it leads you to someone's blog. That is someone that you were not aware of, but because you were searching for something on Google and you went to Google and typed it in, and because someone at some point created a blog, right, with a recipe, now you've discovered them. That's how business works for each and every one of us, right? And so on the back end of all of the money that I've been able to earn just this year alone, right? The one thing that I want you to walk away from here really understanding is that none of those sales, zero of those sales, right? Even you being here right at this moment, they could not happen if I didn't have a commitment to being discovered every single day by brand new people that want the solution of what my business has to offer. So are you seeing like how this factor is so important, right? But how you can learn it, how you can decide to simply do it. And believe it or not, you would be amazed at how many people want to start and run online businesses and make money, and they don't understand the role that they play in actually gaining attraction, gaining visitors. Like, they don't understand, like, they have to be, a participant in this. And I think it's a shame when someone decides to invest hard-earned money into a vehicle, and yet they don't understand what it's going to take to actually run that vehicle. It's like buying a car and not accounting for the fact that you need insurance, right? Or that you need gas, and not even knowing how to drive. You just buy it because it's pretty. You buy it because you heard it can get you places fast, right? But you haven't accounted for the fact you know how to drive that fast machine. You haven't accounted for the fact you have money to put fuel in it every time it needs to be refueled, right? You haven't accounted for the fact that insurance for this vehicle is going to run you X amount of dollars a month, right? That's why I do what I do in my business, because I want people to know exactly what their role is in making this real for themselves. And I feel like when I got started even many years ago, before I knew anything about this digital product, I felt like I had really great people that went ahead of me that painted a really clear picture about the role that I was going to have to play in my own success, which is exactly why I was able to make 28 sales in my very first 30 days online. And then even last year, when I got to that place of wanting to pivot, I didn't just wish for it. I didn't just cry about it, right? But I wished for it. I hoped that there could be something different. And when that thing appeared in my life, I decided to work for it. I decided to work for, right, the transformation and the different result that I wanted for myself. All right, so I shared this part right here because it's so important for you to understand you absolutely can use the internet, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, TikTok. You can use these amazing platforms, right, to absolutely either dig yourself out of a rough situation, provide enough money for retirement, like learn the business of online business and do something different for yourself. If I can do it and other people are doing it, I'm telling you, it's very much so doable for you as well. And I hope that by outlining the steps, like, you have a bigger picture around how to make this real for yourself. And the last factor that played such a big role in my overall success for this year alone was building my own email list, right? And leveraging email marketing. And it's something that not a whole lot of people talk about out there. Instead, right, oftentimes I will hear people say, but Steph, I don't have an email list. I don't have an audience. Well, these are all things we have to learn how to build. And believe it or not, going into 2024, I was pretty much building my email list from scratch. I ditched my old email list because it was from an old audience, and I decided to essentially start from scratch. And so I started building my email list. And even though there would be some people that would buy directly from my YouTube content, a large majority of my sales consistently come through because I built an email list. I built a way to follow up with them. I built a way to build deeper know, like, and trust. I built a way to stay in contact with them. And then when the time is right, that's another audience of people that have bought from me, right? And will continue to buy from me as the time, is right for them. And so you've got to make your mind up that you're going to build your own email list. This is what it takes to build a real business. This is what it takes to build a business where you can become dependent, upon a certain amount of money every month, if that is what you want for yourself. When I hit my first 5-figure month this year with this new business plan for myself, I just simply decided that I am not available for anything less than $10,000 a month. I'm not available. That's the bare minimum, that my business will accept. And I'm telling you, it has not gone below $10,000 a month since I hit it. And it's because I've decided to focus on the right factors, to focus on what I can control, And I believe that I have a business that's helpful and useful for other people. And so it's so fun and it's so inspiring to be able to be an inspiration and to be an empowerment, to other people out there that are actively out there looking for a way to change their financial situation. And I'm telling you, not only is there hope for it, but it can be completely doable for you. Now I'm going to tell you exactly what I've set up for you so that you can not only model exactly what I've done, you can learn exactly everything I've learned about running this kind of business, but how you can also have the mentorship in place with me to help you on this journey. So what I've set up is a 4-part university to help you with learning digital marketing, to help you with learning the business of online business, and to help you in creating digital profits for yourself. So the first aspect is the actual digital marketing training. We have 30 modules of digital marketing training that's going to teach you step by step, again, the business of online business and help you get set up for online business success. It's so important, as you can probably recognize from this video, that skills pay the bills. And when I first encountered this digital product, I realized, oh my gosh, more people need this information. And it allowed me to not have to charge people thousands of dollars anymore, to coach them through the process, when instead that I could give them a self-study environment, for only $500 and allow them to have a self-paced way of learning all of these things, and also a way to continuously go back to the information whenever they needed it. So anything that I talked about in this video today, you're like, Steph, what's a niche? How do I discover my niche? How do I discover my passion? What if I want to create my own digital product? How do I create it? What if I want my own course? How do I create it? What if I want to learn how to use YouTube or Instagram? How will I learn those things? What about content creation and this thing called email marketing you talked about, Steph? How do I learn all of these things? Again, that's why I decided to sell this course, as my own, is because I realized those were questions that most people do have. And so you're going to have the opportunity to learn all of that within this one learning environment. All right. Here's the thing. I don't care whether you want to sell this program as your own or whether you want to come in and learn so you can sell whatever you have your heart set on. You have to learn digital marketing. You have to learn the way business operates online. You've got to decide to really be a student of these things, or you're going to go out there and hire someone to be the digital marketer in your business. You're going to hire someone to do all of these individual things for you. So I sell a digital product, that is not only in high demand, but it's necessary, no matter what somebody wants to sell online, which is why it also makes it so appealing, to sell it, because I know there are so many people out there that desire it. And so number one, you're going to have the opportunity to learn everything you need to learn about making money online and getting an online business set up for yourself. And then number two, you're going to have a community, And that community gives you access to mentorship, live mentorship every single week, where you can pop in, ask questions, get guidance, be supported, And to always know that you are not on this journey all by yourself. All right. So you get access to my private Zoom room every week, again, where you show up and you can be supported and get your questions answered. It's been absolutely invaluable for those that have needed it and for those that have taken advantage of it. It's almost like an additional opportunity to get training and to get mentorship and to get help right on this journey. This is just definitely not a journey that I think anyone should embark on by themselves, because we are always a constant work in progress, right? The internet is constantly evolving, right? And it's just too big of a space and too big of a decision, right, to undertake this all by yourself. Even with making the amount of money that I earn, I still invest into opportunities to be mentored by people that know more than I do, right, in certain areas, right, of my business that I want to advance or that I want to evolve in. All right. And so if you're just getting started, right, and or you already feel shaky about the tech and like learning all of this stuff, it's just not, right, an opportunity, or it's not a journey that you want to embark on by yourself. So we have woven in there in this university, right, mentorship, so that you don't have to worry about that. And then the final area is the infamous license. So as you begin to learn through this course, right, this entire learning environment, you might be a lot like me. Ironically, when I first got started many years ago, it was a product just like this that I began to learn from. And I got so excited to share it with other people that I took advantage, right, of the opportunity to sell that product, right, without having to create a product of my own. And it's exactly why I was able to do so well so fast, as I was excited. And I knew that other people really needed it. So it was easy to start creating the content and talk about it. Well, this digital product, this robust digital marketing course, and our entire community comes with a license, right? So if you love what it is that you're going to experience as you go through this digital product, right, to help you in getting started in your own online business, you can decide to turn right back around and sell it and offer it to other people and be able to earn 100% profits. Right? Where again, there is no middleman. When someone decides they want to buy this from you, just like you might decide to buy this from me, they're going to go to your personal link that we help you set up within the training. And that $500, right, is going to come instantly and directly into your account. Absolutely amazing. All right. And so that's what the university is, kind of like a Cliff Notes version, right, of what you get and how we are here to help you and to assist you in learning, right, and also in earning. What I want to do is I want to share just a couple of like testimonies, and I don't even want to call them testimonies because these are actually emails that came in from customers of mine, right, after they began to dive into the course. All right. Here's the first email. Staff, this course is incredible. I wish I knew about this years ago when I started my small business, but it's not too late. One of the best investments ever. Thank you. Here's another email. All right. I'm learning a lot, and you are right. Once you learn a skill set, it's yours forever. And I got to tell you as a side note, that's why I love this digital product, this course so much, is that you're investing into something that is allowing you to become better. And no one can ever take away the knowledge and the skills, right, that you end up developing when you invest in yourself in this way. So you're not just purchasing something, right, but you are investing into something that entirely makes you better and that you'll be able to hold on to and to use and to leverage and to earn from many years to come. He further goes on to say, man, I see why social media was not working for me the more I go through this course. Isn't that amazing? Like somebody that was struggling goes through the course and they realize why they were struggling. Essentially, this person was doing some things fundamentally wrong, and this course helped him to understand how to go about, right, having success leveraging social media. I'm telling you, so many people think that just because the internet is free and anyone can just jump on it, that you could just jump on and have success. But please write this down. All right. You have to learn how to do things in a certain way if you want a certain result. So most people are doing things wrong. They are doing things in a certain way, which is a wrong way, which is why they're not getting the results that they want. It's crazy when you start to do things in a certain way, right, in a better way, and you actually force the better results. And that's exactly what happened in my business. Like, sure, I was making good money, right? However, I knew that there was a better way. And when I sought out that better way and I started implementing those better strategies, I got way better results inside of my business. All right, the last email. I absolutely love this course. It's teaching me to build safe business practices and foundations. That part is like everything to me. This aligns with me completely. Everything I've prayed for. I definitely feel guided and protected with this course. I'm just telling you, if you're out there, you're wanting to change your life, you're wanting to change your financial situation and starting an online business, learning digital marketing, selling digital products, like whatever you've been searching for around making money online, like has been in your cards, right? I'm telling you, you haven't stumbled upon this video. This video was put in your path, right? Intentionally. Like I created this video to meet you where you are right now, right? And to let you know, like, this is what you need to help you, right? Get started on this journey in the way, right? That's going to support you and help you all the way through it. So I will drop the link down below in the description where you can go to goprowithsteph.com and learn all about getting started and taking advantage of this amazing digital product and our Learning and Earning University, where you're going to have everything that you need to learn the business of online business, to learn and pick up and develop these amazing digital marketing skills, right? And to also have a ready-made digital product that you can begin selling that could be earning you $500 every single time you use what you learn in this course to help you go out there and do what you see me doing, even if you don't want it to be YouTube. There are people that are out there making tons of money on every single platform imaginable. The thing that we all have in common is that at some point we decided to step up, right, and learn these digital marketing skills and set ourselves up for the success that we desired. We didn't just wish for it, right? We decided to work for it. So I really hope that this video inspires you and empowers you to decide to go for it for yourself. And I look so forward to being that mentor in your corner on this journey. Have a fantastic day. Take action, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.